Hello and welcome to Carnage Collector. After a long time of absence, I bring you a new anime collection video. So let's stop wasting time and let's get into it. First we have Ninja Scroll. I finally added this to my collection. Although it's not the Blu-ray I wanted, I couldn't pass up the DVD when I found it for 10 euros. The film takes place in feudal Japan and follows Jubei, a mercenary swordsman who battles the 8 devils of Kimon, a team of ninjas with supernatural powers who are intent on overthrowing the Tokugawa shogunate. During his quest he is aided by Dakuan, an elderly but crafty government spy, and Kagero, a kunoichi whose body is infused with poisonous toxins. This anime has beautiful animations and a compelling story. It's made by my favorite director, Yoshiaki Kawajiri. It's crazy it took me so long to add this to my collection. In the US, this movie is being shown in theaters for the 30th anniversary and also gets a special limited Blu-ray right now. Empire of Corpses. This one is a beautiful anime that I watched not long ago on Crunchyroll. I had to get a physical copy for the collection right away. The story takes place in a world where Dr. Frankenstein's research led to reanimated corpses being part of everyday life through a technology called Necroware. Necroware provides the corpses with an artificial soul and makes them cheap workers that don't talk. The movie follows Dr. Watson. After breaking the law of reanimating human corpses to revive his friend, young Watson has to either work for the government or face punishment. He has to go on a secret mission to find the notes of Victor Frankenstein, who reanimated the first human corpse. This journey takes him to different parts of the world. The movie looks beautiful and the story is engaging and also an interesting what-if perspective on the original Frankenstein story. If you're into horror and anime, and I guess you are since you're on this channel, I highly recommend it. Cybernetics Guardian. Here we have another anime I wanted for a long time. Cybernetics Guardian. It only released on DVD in Japan and the US, so I had to import it. This is the American release. In the first years of the 21st century, a new type of energy has been discovered. It has allowed for great advancements in cybernetics medicine. But the year is now 2019 and the world cities have not always reaped the benefits. In the modern metropolis of Cyberwood, there is a vast slum known as Cancer, a lawless place filled with the poorest and most violent of the city's inhabitants. But there is a new project in the works to bring justice to Cancer, an experimental suit of armor that will tap into its operator's spiritual energy and allows him to peacefully apprehend the city's criminals. Piloted by John Stalker, the initial test should have gone smoothly, but it seems that not everyone likes the way things are going. There's a certain cult that intends to bring about the resurrection of the God of Darkness, and what better conduit than Port John? If you're into older animes, you owe it to yourself to watch this one. It is directed and designed by Ohata Koichi. If you don't know who this is, I'd just say two things. MD Geist and Genocyber. Urotsukidochi. So this one is the big elephant, or rather the big tentacle in the room. I can't show you certain things here, but this anime is filled with demonic tentacles and sometimes human ones going into all kinds of places. So here's the obligatory for adults only warning. The story follows Amano and Megumi, two man-beasts that try to find the Jojin. The Jojin is the reincarnation of a demon god who wants to merge the human world, the man-beast world and the demon world, bringing us a new age of destruction, death and finally the birth of a new world. And with him, also a lot of horny demons appear to engage in some manual labor. Amano suspects Tatsuo Nagomo, a shy guy with a thing for Akemi Ito and making mayonnaise in locker rooms. But then some other guy finds a lightsaber in his pants and gets a demonic buff for his self-esteem and his physique. Now it's not so clear anymore who really becomes the Jojin to end our world as we know it, and it's your job to watch the anime and find out. This anime is more than a movie about characters doing the thing. It's a good horror anime with amazing detailed art and a good story, otherwise I wouldn't have picked it up. I need a good story or horror elements to be interested in horny animes, and this one provides both, so this gets 10 out of 10 slimy tentacles from me. Ushio and Tora. I talked about this one before, but it was the original OVA. Here we have the series, which is newer and came out in 2015. The series follows the adventures of a boy named Ushio Aotsuki, the son of a temple keeper who, after having reluctantly released the imprisoned powerful tiger-like monster Tora, the two begin a journey together, fighting against supernatural beings threatening the world. I haven't watched the series yet, but I did watch the OVA, and that one is already really cool. There are also manga and a Super Famicom game based on it, so check those out if you enjoy the series. Venus Wars. I meant to pick this one up for a while now and always procrastinated, but the time was finally ripe and I grabbed it. Two thriving colonies, Ishtar and Aphrodite, exist on the planet Venus in the year 2089. War breaks out and Ishtar invades Aphrodite, sweeping its residents, including motorcycle rider Hero and his teammates, into the chaos of the conflict. The new frontier of Venus has degenerated into a dystopia ravaged by the civil war between Ishtar and Aphrodite. Bubbly reporter Susan Summers arrives in the capital of Aphrodite just before it's captured by Ishtar. She falls in with a bunch of teenagers who live for a sort of motorcycle version of roller derby. Daredevil rider Hero and his friends reluctantly join the struggle to free Aphrodite from the invaders. Not surprisingly, Hero proves an ace at piloting the monocycles that are the Aphroditean secret weapon in the key battle. AI City. This is a French copy of AI City, or also known by its other name Love City. I means love in Japanese, so it's a cute wordplay. Unfortunately, this only came out on DVD in Japan, France and Italy, but here's the synopsis. It's sometime in the future and the story starts off with Kei and Ai running for their lives. Ai is a little girl who holds a terrible secret which could destroy the current world. The world is now populated by headmeters, people who have psychic powers and their strength is shown on their forehead when they fight. However, Kei was an experimental subject and his strength never went above level 5, while others surpasses his ability effortlessly. While escaping, when at desperate moments, Kei could increase his ability to infinity when Ai is in trouble. The ones who's after her have a deep secret, aided by a small dwarf-like man living in a robotic suit. Eventually Ai is captured and Kei, a Sherlock Holmes detective and another headmeter who was converted to the good side when Kei unleashed his horrible powers through Ai, must go and rescue her. There are places you can find it with English subtitles, or you can download the subtitles and let them play with your non-English copy in the VCL player on your PC. However you end up doing it, you should give this anime a shot. Fatal Fury the movie. Fatal Fury is one of those many retro arcade fighter games. I really liked them and a lot of them had anime OVAs. So when Arconia had a sale on US releases, I had to grab this one. Young millionaire Lockhorn is on a crusade to recover 6 pieces of armor set to give the user the powers of Mars, the legendary god of war. Fearing that her twin brother is slowly losing his sanity with every armor piece he collects, Zulia runs to Terry, Andy, Joe and Mai to form their own global crusade to stop Laughcorn from opening a potential Pandora's box and releasing an uncontrollable form of destruction. There are also 2 other Fatal Fury OVAs that got released. I still intend to pick those up too. Legend of the Wolf Woman. Remember earlier when I said I only buy horny anime when they had a good story or horror elements? Yeah, this one at least has the horror elements. Rina is a SWAT officer who is faced with a series of bizarre murders. The victims have chunks of their flesh bitten off and are often found eviscerated or slashed with claws. Then a new string of crimes begin. The murders are similar, but the targets are all men and it appears they have been seduced. At about the same time, Rina's best friend, a beautiful stripper named Kata, has begun acting very strangely. Rina races to crack this case before her boyfriend becomes the killer's next target. The anime has a lot of adult stuff in it, so it's not for kids. Also, if you're looking for a great story, you will be disappointed. In my opinion, it could have used more of the werewolf, animal people gory stuff to make it stand out from your average horny flick, but it still deserves a spot in my horror anime collection. I give it 5 out of 10 furballs. Demon Lord Dante. The video was already finished, but then this awesome box set arrived just when I wanted to upload it. This is the Demon Lord Dante box set from Pioneer. This is a great addition to the Go Nagai collection. The Demon King Dante was defeated by divine powers and reborn many generations later. Ryo Utsugi is a man from the modern world who has long been plagued by nightmares of young girls being killed by monsters. But the voices he hears at night tell him that one day his beloved stepsister is to be killed next, to awaken the Demon King by sacrificing a virgin. After he frees her from the clutches of some cultists and they draw him into their rituals, he finds that he now contains the reincarnation of the Demon King, but his mental power is stronger than the demons, and soon he questions whether God is the power of good. I hope you enjoyed this new anime pickups video. I am sorry it took so long again, but private stuff was happening and I also need to buy those animes first, so it takes a while to have enough to fill a video. I do intend to fill the waiting time in the future by showing some other things from my collection and talk about them. Also, there will be more anime content, but it will be a bit different, so stay tuned and thanks for watching. Bye!